Guys, so with these questions, alright, what you have is a curve, okay? When it says the word tangent, curve and slope, the slope equals the first derivative. Put away all food. Slope equals the first derivative. And what's the first derivative, guys? Differentiate 3x squared, and what you get? 6x plus 2. Now, what does it say about the slope? What's the slope equal? Okay, slope equals minus 10. Therefore, Paddy, okay, bring the 2 over to your side and you get 6x equals minus 12, x equals minus 2. Now, minus 2 is the x coordinate. You want to find out what the y coordinate is. There's two ways of doing it. First way is to use the y formula. See the y formula? Y equals 3 times 3 multiplied by the square of whatever x is, plus 2 times the square of whatever x is, plus 5. Equals 3 times minus 2 squared minus plus 2 times minus 2 plus 5. Go and do that in the calculator. It's 12 minus 4, which is 8. 8 plus 5, 13. That's your point there, 2, 13. In yesterday's class, I also taught you that you can use the calculator to do this. You can enter in the formula, and once you enter in the formula, what you do next is you want to find out when x is minus 2. So you can say starts at minus 2, ends at whatever, and look, there it is there, the point minus 2, 13. Everybody see that? Okay, so so Sean, this is another one that is not going to have find the coordinates of the point on the curve y equals 2x squared minus 2x plus 5, at which the tangents to the curve are parallel. Now, this whole exercise, guys, excuse me, this whole exercise is based on slope equals dy dx. Now, dy dx of your curve, that's your curve there, okay? Now, how would you find the slope? Can anybody tell me how you find the slope here? I would have done it yesterday. So, what you get here, guys, y equals mx plus c. That means your slope is what, guys? Slope is 2. Now, as Mick said, differentiation chapter, you're going to differentiate. The slope is the first derivative. So, differentiate it, and what you get? 2x squared minus 2. Yeah, just minus 2x turns to minus 2. Remember, your derivative has to equal what, guys? Stop speaking. Your derivative equals your slope, which equals 2. Then bring the 2 over the other side. 4x equals 4. Divide the x 4 by 4 and you get 1. X equals 1. Now Dennis, if you're looking for the y coordinate, all you have to do is find the formula that has, remember we're talking about the coordinates of the point on this curve here. So it has to be this formula we use, because the point has to be on this line. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to say y equals 2 blank squared minus 2 times blank plus 5. Why did I do that there? With the blanks? So I can fill in x equals 1. And you're going to get 2 minus 2 plus 5, and the answer is 5, the 0.15. Okay? With question 4 yesterday, guys, okay? Well, what I said was this. Everybody right? With question 4, there's a curve, okay? Now, if you want to pick up marks in an exam, and some of you are saying, look, I don't think I'm ever going to get this, or whatever, right? When you see the word tangent, and you see an equation there, and it's in paper 1, differentiate. So to pick up marks straight away, all you have to say is slope equals what, guys? How do you write down the first derivative? What's dy dx? Slope equals dy dx. You're on roughly 3 marks out of 10 already. Okay? Then differentiate it. And then once you differentiate it, everybody knows how to differentiate this. 6x squared. Yeah. Now you're on medium partial credit. You're on like 5 or 6 out of 10 roughly, right? So you're doing alright. Now, What it says next is, this is the hard part that will get you to the higher 10th grades and then on the full marks, right? It says is, this is a tangent that makes a 135 degree angle with the x-axis. So here's our x-axis here. And if I was to put a protractor on this to figure out what is 135 degrees, 135 degrees, and you always start from this side here, 135 degrees is around this line here. You'll see it here. See 130 and 140? You have to draw a line going through there, and that is your line that has a 135 degree. So if I move this line like this, any line like this, do you see the way it makes 135 degrees cut with the x-axis? Yeah. It doesn't matter where I move it to. It can be all the way over here or it can be all the way over there. Okay, so let's, for argument's sake, say that it's here. Okay, so that's our 135 degrees. Now, the whole point is, what is the slope? Now, I told you something that you have to learn off by heart, and this question is rare. It may or may not happen on the day. What is that one thing I asked you to learn off when you see an angle in the question? Tan, right? So tan of the angle gives you the slope. So tan 135 into the calculator will get you an answer of -1. Now you're on upper credit, and then to finally finish it off, how do you finish off? What type of equation is that on its own? If you bring the -1 over, it's about to be a quadratic. Okay, so bring the -1 over to your side, and you get a 6x squared minus 6x minus 12 equals 0. Divide by 6, what you get? 1x squared, yeah. After that? Minus 1x. After that? Equal to 0. And then solve that. What's the reference number? Reference number is -2. And when the reference number is -2, what does that mean? -2 plus 1. So x minus 2, x plus 1 equals 0. Then x minus 2 equals 0, x plus 1 equals 0. And then after that, x equals 2, x equals -1. Okay. Now, you need to find the x value and the y value. Because you have to do two of them, it's probably worth using the calculator this time. So Dennis, how do you use the calculator? Remember, you need 2 and -1, okay? So how do you use the calculator to find the points? Sam, you do it for him. Shh. Shh. Sam. Mode, table function, type in the equation. Shh. Okay, and then once that's done, okay, what two numbers are we looking for here, Dennis? We're looking for 2 and -1. So your start value -2, because that's the lowest value you have, and then the highest value you need is a 1. So you can go on 1 or above it. Let's just put in 3. We're just getting 2 extra points. No real reason. It's just 2. So -2, 0, and the other one. Okay, so 2 minus 20 and minus, was it -110? -110 and 2 minus 20. Okay, lads, what question?